Do you collect action figures?
Yes, I do.
Do you know what the best feeling is in the world?
Warm apple pie.
Besides that.
And what is it?
When one of those action figures that you've hunted down by going to Target or Wally World every day turns out to be worth something. You see, the Muppets know the deal.
It's not quite a mop, and it's not quite a puppet.
It's one of those great perks of being a nerd.
Fire photons. Pew, pew, pew.
Because there's so many others. But sometimes, no matter how many times you stop by Target or Wally World, you can't find the figure you're looking for.
This is a bummer, man.
And then you gotta deal with the scalpers.
I hate those guys.
So here's a list of the top 10 figures that scalpers have completely ruined for the average collector. Or the top 10 most expensive Black Series figures. Welcome to CKC, I'm Matt, and if you like Star Wars and Star Wars collecting, you're in the right place. Hit subscribe, like this video, and
Hold on to your butts.
scalpers, the bottom rung of society, the scum of the earth, the cancer of the action figure collecting world. You've taken something so pure and corrupted it for financial gain.
For me, you're somewhere between a cockroach and that white stuff that accumulates at the corner of your mouth when you're really thirsty.
So I put together this list of Black Series figures that they've completely ruined. But this isn't just a hodgepodge of the most expensive Black Series stuff.
This is not Nam, this is bowling. There are rules.
Hey.
Rule 1. We are only dealing with single figures. That way we can level the playing field of the original retail price. Rule 2. The figure had to be roughly $20 to $25 at retail, for the same reason as rule number 1. And rule number 3, the figure had to be available at brick and mortar at some point, or was an Amazon exclusive. So that means a lot of convention exclusives are out, unless they were available at brick and mortar as well.
And that's it!
But first, honorable mentions. The Target exclusive carbonized Mandalorian, $56. This elusive bastard was almost impossible to find. He was one of the original 4 carbonized figures available for Triple Force Friday, and if you weren't waiting at the door for Target to open, you did not get one. He was up to about $90 before the second run hit Targets, which were just as difficult to find. It also didn't help that a lot of Targets got either 2 or 3, which usually meant that they were gone as soon as they touched the shelf. Leave it to Hasbro to massively overproduce Rey, Finn, and Jinn on their Force Fridays, to the point where if you offered me one for free, I wouldn't take it. But for something like this, that everybody wants, what do you think? You think 2 per store will be enough? No. How about 2 per Target? Oh, that's a great idea. I'll go tell Kathleen. For some reason in my head, it's all Kathleen Kennedy's fault.
10.
Boba Fett, $62. Always one of the most popular figures. I am not surprised to see him on here. He's from the original Black Series releases from 2013, which has been nicknamed the Orange Line. I've always loved Boba Fett, who was originally supposed to be the main villain in Return of the Jedi. This figure was also released in the Black Series Archive line, and his Archive figure is basically the same price as this figure. The only Archive figure that you can say that about, and between the Archive release and being repacked, he's still $62. He's so incredibly popular, I can't believe that they killed him in Return of the Jedi. What were they thinking?
He's no good to me dead.
Number 9.
R2-D2 and the original Clone Trooper, $63. R2 is one of the most beloved figures in Star Wars, so I'm not surprised to see him on this list. Not only does he pull enough clout to be in the first Black Series wave ever, he's the most expensive figure in that wave. Not impressed? Well, before the Black Series A New Hope 40th anniversary figures dropped, the original Black Series R2 would run you $80 to $90 easy. Oh, and that A New Hope 40th anniversary R2, that'll run you $59, just missing the list. And that's after its original release, plus being released in solid case packs. So yeah, the Clone Trooper was a surprise to me because it's just the basic Clone Trooper, but I guess if you're army building, it's a necessity. And he's significantly more than the other Clone Trooper releases from the orange and blue lines, which includes the Black Series Clone Trooper Sergeant and Clone Trooper Captain, both going for about $45. So I guess it was about time for Hasbro to release another one, which you can pre-order now pretty much everywhere. Qui Gon Jinn, $64. I knew it. I'm standing there in multiple GameStops, seeing the shelves stacked with Tusken Raiders, who are $50 now, and Qui Gon Jinns on sale for under $20. And I'm thinking to myself, why aren't these selling? I must be out of touch. I thought these would be flying off the shelves, so I didn't buy a second of either one. And now,
I feel like a horse's patoot.
And it wasn't until he was one of the figures on the Black Series Archive fan vote list that I realized that I fucked up. I was like, Qui-Gon, that's just like $30. I'm voting for Cody. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm an idiot. Yeah. No, go with your gut. Go with your gut. That's better. That's what I'm trying to say. Go with your gut.
Number 7.
Anakin Skywalker, $72.
I don't like sand.
That's right. The child-slaying sand hater himself makes the list. And it's no surprise either. He's always been one of the most sought after figures, maybe even the most sought after. He was steadily going for $130 until Ross Stores dropped a bunch of them on us for about $10 each, which reduced his price to about $65. And it was on its way back up too, until the Archive Collection Anakin dropped, which again reduced its price down to about $55 or $60. But right now his Archive figure is over $50 and the original figure is about $72, and expect them to keep going higher and higher.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground! 6!
The Amazon exclusive carbonized Sith Trooper, $75. What a disaster this fucking thing was. This is why you can't give Amazon exclusives. And this is why the carbonized Vader and the Han and Carbonite are both going to be disasters. And this is why virtually every single Forlom and Zuckuss 2-pack arrived damaged, including mine. Amazon doesn't know what a box is. They would have shipped Detective Mills' wife's head in a padded mailer.
Oh, what's in the box?
What's in the padded mailer? That just doesn't work. Amazon did what they always do. I ordered 2, thinking that 2 would be too big for a padded mailer.
Wrong.
But no, they came in a giant padded mailer, and both were damaged. So, because of all the returns due to damage, there's about half as many of these figures out there as there should be, skyrocketing the price to about $75. Good looking out, Amazon. Thanks a lot.
5.
The GameStop exclusive Purge Stormtrooper, $75. This sneaky little bastard was the ultimate pain in the ass to find. First, we got the release date, but of course you couldn't pre-order it. That would be too easy. Then the Jedi Fallen Order bundle was announced, which would include a mystery Black Series figure. First it wasn't the Purge Trooper, then it was the Purge Trooper, then they said you could only get the Purge Trooper if you pre-order the Jedi Fallen Order bundle, then they said you could only buy the Purge Trooper if someone who ordered the bundle didn't pick up their Purge Trooper. But then some stores started to get extra Purge Troopers, and what was happening changed from week to week, so if you weren't on top of it, you were gonna miss out. I have never called so many stores in my life. But GameStop is pretty good when you call, unlike some other retailers. This one was easily $100 at one point, but it's dropped a little to $76. But don't go spending your $76 just yet. These were just available for pre-order in Canada, so another run of them may be coming soon to retail.
Number 4.
Ezra Bridger, $78. How the hell did this one get so high? I'm fucking shocked.
I feel shocked.
I didn't even buy this one. I saw it multiple times and I passed it up. Ezra, I disrespected you, and I'm sorry. Jarrus came out, and he didn't do so well, so I thought Ezra wouldn't do much better. I just slept on the Star Wars Rebels, I guess. But good thing the new wave of Star Wars Rebels is coming out, with photoreal technology, and they look fantastic. I go over them in this video here, and I will link it above, and I will put it in the description if you want to check it out. Okay, the top 3. These are the big boys. These are the ones you can brag to other collectors about, that you can build your collection around, that you can display with pride, saying, I own this, and you don't.
3.
Number 3, the GameStop and Barnes & Noble exclusive Clone Commander Wolffe, $110. I can't believe that this one got so high, which was helped by it being a GameStop and Barnes & Noble exclusive. I got lucky and picked one up on Barnes & Noble clearance for like $14, and then on GameStop clearance for like $17. I guess that's why I'm so shocked at this. This one, at least near me, hung around forever. I saw it every time I went into a GameStop or B&N for months. The Barnes & Noble near me had 5 on clearance that I could choose from. 5. And yes, in hindsight, I should have bought another one too. And I can't think of him without thinking of Wolfpack.
Wait a second, could it be? And now I know for sure. I just added 2 more guys to my wolf pack.
Number 2.
Clone Commander Cody, $132. He's always been expensive, but only a few months ago he was at like $160, and he's been as high as $180. I honestly have no idea why he is so expensive. I know he looks awesome, especially compared to the other clone troopers that were being released at the time. This was like 2015, but still, a brief appearance in Revenge of the Sith shouldn't skyrocket your price to the most expensive figure from the orange line or the blue line combined. Over Anakin, over Boba Fett, over Darth Maul. This is crazy. He's one of the only Black Series figures that I don't have at least one of, and that eats away at me every day. But if you're thinking about spending that amount of money on him, I would definitely wait, because he won the Black Series Archive fan vote, so if you can wait till next summer, you can pick up the Archive figure for about $20.
Number 1.
The first edition Mandalorian, $220. I hate this figure. I really do. But that hate mostly comes from the fact that I don't have it. Who else is kicking themselves because they didn't buy it when it was like $50? This little asshole represents all the bumbling butt fuckery that goes on at Hasbro. I could go on for hours about this figure, but I'm going to try to keep this brief. So the think tank over at Hasbro HQ thought, hey, How can we get the loyal collectors who basically give us jobs by buying every figure, multiples of figures? You know, the hardcore collectors that we constantly screw over for the new fan, those guys. How can we get them to buy more of the same exact figure? I know, we'll change the box color to white. Yes, genius. Screw those nerdy collectors who have kept this hobby alive for 40 years. And it worked. I drove around all day trying to find those first editions because there was no rhyme or reason to where they would be sold. Each GameStop near me got one, and that's what I ended up with. No Targets or Walmarts near me got any. But then I found out that the Disney store got stacks of them. Come on, guys. You made it seem like every Walmart and Target was gonna get some too. You couldn't have told us this. You made me drive around 2 fucking states trying to find these. But by the time that I figured this out and got there, they had 2 of the figures that I didn't have. So yeah, but they didn't have the Mandalorian. Those were long gone. And to this day, I've never seen one in person. So anyway, that's the list. Do you have anything to add? Is there anything you didn't like? Should other figures be on here? Let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and happy hunting out there.